So I'm Jalen Salcido Chase also, but I also go by Jay. That's my first intro.
My name's Kimberly Urquizo, and yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Nicole. I'm studying business here.
And I'm Benson. I'm also studying business.
So I'm Vicky and I'm also studying business.
I'm Robert, and I'm from Taiwan.
So, and I'm Ian from Vietnam.
I'm Julia. I'm from Taiwan too.
I'm Rita and I'm from Taiwan and I'm a psychology major.
Nice. Amazing. We've got a lot of business, psych major, and one liberal arts.
Yes.
That's it. To the one liberal arts. Let's go. We'll go with the first question. What's the weirdest thing you've ever confidently pretended to know and totally got away with it? Recently, I went to a TESOL convention. And so TESOL is teaching English as a second language. And there's a bunch of like professors and doctors and researchers and master students. The way I pretend like I knew what they were saying, I'm like, yeah, my school, we do a bunch of things. I teach in the university. I mean, and it's not like I do, but I don't think they thought like I was also a master student. And so they're like, oh, like, are you giving your students surveys? Are you like, what are you doing? And it's like, yeah, I'm teaching them English with activities, or small lectures, but I'm not really like lecturing, you know? So I was like, Jesus, this is intense. So I did pretend to know what I'm doing and totally got away with it. I think that's on brand for me also. Sometimes I'm just like very overly confident, and so it looks like I'm not making a mistake, but I am. So yeah, that's what I think. And what about you guys? The weirdest thing you've ever confidently pretend to know, right? So I'm pretending to know I know everything at TESOL.
Why is it weird?
I think why it's weird is because it's kind of like, it's like a strange concept, right? Like something that like, oh, do you know about this club? And you're like, no, but it's silly, it's weird. Like, why would you lie about it? You know? That's why it's weird. Or should we skip another question?
I kind of don't know anything.
Really?
Like
it's
that.
just me? Dude, I'm just crazy? Okay.
Because I've got away with stuff. Like, I work at Papa John's. It's like a pizza place. And sometimes I act like I'm the manager when it comes to, like, the customers and stuff. So I just get away with, like...
See, but that's why it's weird.
Just stuff with, like, that, you know?
Small
like,
stuff.
Yeah, like signing papers from, like, the people that come and bring us stuff. Or, like, just anything with the customers. When they ask who's the manager, I'm like, oh, I'm the manager. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why
like,
it's weird.
Like that. It's, like, weird because...
It's like, why would you
lie?
lie?
Like, why would you do that? But I do it anyways.
I think because, people are, like... People don't want to be nervous, embarrassed, or feel dumb.
Yeah.
That's why people are like, okay, I'll just do it.
I'll just be the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's weird. Did you guys do that, like, maybe in high school or middle school?
No, I don't want to get embarrassed, so I quit. I like I don't want to do that.
Really?
It makes me embarrassed.
You don't want to get, like, caught up
in the lie, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you, like, keep going and it's like, okay, well.
No, seriously.
I forgot what I even said, yeah.
That's true.
Anybody else, or should we move on?
I think I was working at restaurant before, and I never eat the things there, and I was just a part-time job. So like every time the customer asks me like which one is the best and what's the ingredient in it, I would just like, everything is good. You can try everything, and I'll just say like a random thing, or if they ask me like, what is this made of? And I was like, like something. I will just say like very ambiguous, just not really answering their question.
Yeah.
I will say, oh, I'll help you ask it, but I'm not. I just go to do my other job.
You're just like, I'm just here to do my job. Yeah.
You will figure it out by yourself.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever like talk to like inanimate objects like your water bottle, computer, phone,
What?
Yeah.
and like you fight with it?
Yeah.
Like you're talking to it and be like, let's say your computer crashed and be like, no, I'm sorry, don't crash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, so I'm just psycho and
No,
we're
I
just
do that
crazy.
too.
We're
Or
just
like if I hit
you do it and
Yeah.
so me and Rita we
That
lived
doesn't even do anything for the computer.
It's like
though.
you feel sympathy for things
the object
that
aren't real.
aren't live or
Mhm.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of kids are like that too. They think that they have feelings. Like I think Toy Story is a good movie. Be like, oh my god, your toys have feelings, right?
Totally like that.
Yeah, but poor Rita, she lives with me, and so the microwave will be beeping, and I'd be like, no, don't scream at me, and she's like, who's screaming at you? But it's like it's a phrase in English of like saying that like, don't scream at me, like beeping or like, you know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Rita do it. We talk to our objects.
Items.
Yeah, our items. What about you guys?
No, I don't talk to an object, but sometimes I saw my friends do it. I will be so confused. Like, who are you talking at?
Who are you talking to? Yeah. Nicole, do you talk to your thing? Your little iPad or water bottle?
No.
No? So you guys just don't at all?
No, I might be doing that when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Very mature. Oh my gosh.
Very
I must
mature.
learn. You guys are so different.
I talk to my dog almost every day.
Yeah, I talk to like,
I will apologize like when I see them him or something. I'll just like,
oh, I'm so sorry.
and I'll kiss him.
I think it's like an empathy thing too.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like sympathy or empathy.
It's
Which one?
it's more of
Yeah.
like sympathy and empathy kind
Mhm.
of. Did you guys like have really high imaginations as a kid?
Yeah, well, I think we did.
Like really high?
Not really high, but like.
Everyone has imagination, yeah.
Mhm.
But like I think kids with like really high imaginations tend to talk to their things. Like
because they were like
they were
just-
taught to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to their
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Or have like multiple siblings. A lot of kids who with multiple siblings talk a lot.
Mhm.
Or if their parents talk to them a lot, you can see that.
Yeah.
So I always find it interesting when like little kids will talk to their
Like,
things.
just just like saying hi in general to like strangers.
Or
and
like
stuff
hi to
that, yeah.
strangers. And then I also
Mhm.
find it interesting how it carries on to adulthood where they're like talking to their
Very outgoing. and
yeah,
stuff,
talking to
yeah.
like their iPads and shit like that. Who wants to ask a question? Go for it. Anyone else? Or you guys want me to keep going with the questions?
Doesn't matter. I could ask. We could alternate if you want.
Yeah. you and I can
Okay, so the second question. Tell me about a time your gut said yes, your brain said no, and then you followed one over the other. How'd it go? So I could just go answer
Yeah.
first. Probably when it comes to like a lot of relationship stuff, I feel like my brain is always telling me the right answer, but my gut feeling and my heart are kind of telling me like another answer. And usually I listen to like my gut and my heart over my brain most of the time with anything, and usually it doesn't go well.
Oh,
So,
it
yeah.
actually doesn't go.
Yeah. So that's something I need to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust my gut. I generally trust my gut sometimes.
Mhm.
I think I'm like the opposite. Most of the time, my gut is right.
Mm.
Like, I'm actually pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah.
be like, all right, this is true, this is not true. Like, if I don't listen to my gut, I do feel the repercussions of like, oh, I should have known that this would have happened.
Mhm.
In like scary situations too. Like, if I didn't want to be there and I knew that I wouldn't have fun,
Mhm.
and then I end up not having fun, but I went because
Yeah.
my heart was kind of like, I want to go
Mhm.
because the people I care about are going. Most of the time, my gut was right.
Yeah.
But I do trust my gut. I feel like it doesn't steer you wrong sometimes. You know, it's this instinct of like, no, I wouldn't like that. Yes, I would. It's kind of like that. I do trust it. I think guts can be wrong, obviously, sometimes.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
feel like my brain always has the answer first. Like, come
Yeah.
on, girl.
Do you guys trust your gut?
Yes, most of the time, and I feel the same thing as Kimberly, like in the things in relationship. But it's hard to choose whether to follow your gut or your brain, because you want to make the right decision, but emotion will also affect how you choose things. Yeah, so it's hard to, like, usually I just go with my guts, but it will end bad because, like, you have to think twice or third time.
You always have to think twice.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I think my gut's only like being useful in the game. Literally, I'm trying to figure out where enemy team is.
And you know.
Yeah. I just literally know where they are.
Like a gut feeling.
Yeah.
So I have one story with my friends that me and my friend really bad in Google Map in directions, and we already go on a trip, and then we just when we go together we got lost many times because the Google Map they have two ways, and when we go this way
It's
go
saying
this
the other way, yeah.
Always like that. So we got lot of many times, and we go around then to find a really great dinner, and we are very hungry. And my friend, when I agree go on a trip, my brain feel like say no, but my gut say yes. So I think that's a really fun adventure, and when I go with my friend, yeah.
I think guts are very interesting because people always believe in like it's always used for relationships with your friends or something silly, like not silly but like a fun game, like you know that person's gonna be there, like I'm gonna get them first. I think it always has to do with like intuition and like spooky stuff like psychics or mediums, stuff like that. They're like, oh my god, this person sees the future, right? And it's your gut that's always like, trust your gut, like, oh my god, I can see the future, you know? And sometimes the future is not there, you're just delulu, like you're just delusional. So yeah, I think it's so funny. Any more gut stories? Do you guys have good guts or bad guts?
I think not saying gut, but like this kind of situation always happens in like a group of friends.
Yeah.
For example, like if they're making some decision, and then one of them just say okay yes, and then the rest of us just keep following saying yes, but literally when it comes to your turn, like you're just following people, but if your brain are saying no,
then that's
your
your
then
gut.
you just keep following people.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
people do that because I think a lot of people are.
You're just unconsciously saying yes.
Yeah. Well, people are scared of feeling not accepted or.
Yeah.
That's why it gets into that. What's a tiny hill you'll die on if no one else agrees, and why?
No, the third question.
We're just jumping. I'm just jumping around.
I can answer the third question.
Oh, answer the Nicole. Ask the third question. Tell us.
Okay. Have you ever had an oddly deep moment in a completely ridiculous situation? Paint the scene.
Tell us your
So-
scene.
So there's one time I went to food bank to do as a volunteer, and I brought my water there, and after the volunteer I drink my water, but the water has a weird flavor. And I feel like it's really weird. So this is a ridiculous situation.
What?
And
That's actually really cute. You're like, no, that makes sense.
I found out the reason is because I had a cranberry flavor snack.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that makes so much sense. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get the story, because it's like you're overthinking something so small. Like, where's this? Why does it taste like that? And you become really obsessed with, why is this way?
Yeah.
Until you find the real reason. I think deep moment is ridiculous. I think an oddly deep moment in a ridiculous situation that happened to me was in class when we were talking about indigenous studies. I think it was really silly for me to be so sad about Disney movies. But I think it was so a deep moment for me because it realized that a lot of people don't know, like, Native American heritage and indigenous studies. And it's so silly because it's class. It's not like it was a simple lecture, stuff like that. These are silly movies that aren't really accurate. But to me, it felt very like, wow, like a lot of people don't understand the culture. A lot of people don't understand certain heritage, and it's not well known. And I think it made me so sad after that class. It made me completely mad, super sad. Not at anyone in class, but just I think the situation of like, how can someone not know? Which is not as cute as Nicole's story. But I get what you mean, because it's like, well, that's silly. Why am I going so deep into that? Yeah.
You were so sad the whole week.
I was so, poor Mina had to see me so
You
sad.
look so depressed.
I'm really passionate. I didn't realize how passionate I was for a lot of things. I mean, in high school and in middle school, I'm a big movie person, a big theater person. And so, I learned through TV and movies and, stuff like that. And so I am a big movie buff, but I never assume people are big movie buffs. And so I think it just makes me sad that people aren't open to situations, or they've never seen a film that's
It's so deeply connected.
so deeply to something else, That's why I went. That's why I was super sad. I was like, damn.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Any more stories?
But did he tell you that he played the song?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
After that?
I think it wasn't on
I
the day
wasn't
you were
here?
Yeah, he played the song for us so
Thank
we could hear it.
God. Thank God. I was so upset.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was crazy. But I'm saying that was a silly situation. It's just class. It's just another lecture that we all talk about anyway. So yeah. Anyone else's strange stories?
I think where I usually have oddly deep moments is when I'm out in public or like even at a party or something. And I didn't grow up with a dad, so whenever I see little girls with their dads, I'm like, get all of my feelings, like no matter where it is.
No, I totally understand.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
I'd be like, damn, like when we were in China this past week, I was seeing a lot of, like when we were out in restaurants, I was seeing a lot of little girls with their dads, and I was having like, it was like fun moment, like, we were doing like we were doing, and then I would just get all my feelings, like, oh my god, that's sad.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Because you just, a lot of people feel like that, especially in young adulthood. They start to realize, I think you're at the age too where you're like figuring out your own life, right? You're figuring out if you want to have a kid, someone, this and that, like, how has that affected you? And I'm not asking you that right now. Yeah. I'm not asking you that right now.
Yeah, later, girl.
But
yeah.
But it's very difficult. A lot of people, I mean, some people with moms, same situation. So it's pretty fair. I get the odd deep moment. Yeah.
Like no matter where it is, like we could be turning up and then I'll just see something and I'll be like, oh damn.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, remember the drug addict story I said in class? right? I was walking in K-Town and I see people doing like crack. And I was thinking, we're walking past and everyone was just thinking it was fine. It was so deep for me. I was like, bro, what?
Oh, what does that even mean, the crack?
The drugs. They were doing
Drug-
drugs
the drugs,
online.
oh.
Like crack is the actual drug.
Yeah.
And they're smoking it to like use
Mm-hmm.
and to make them high.
Yeah.
And it's not weed, but like this is really like a dangerous
Like
drug.
Stronger stuff. Yeah.
Stronger drug. And the thing that's so interesting is, I have these 3 friends who are so used to it in the streets of LA. I grew up not around, I grew up around prostitutes and drug addicts, sure, like homeless people, but never someone in the middle
Just
of doing
like-
it in the street. So my brain went, are we just gonna walk past that?
Oh, is that not legal?
It's illegal, yeah.
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah, it is.
It is illegal. And the thing was so interesting is that it's like made me reflect like, dang, people do see it. Like there are drugs on the street.
It's like normalized.
It's
in
normalized.
certain areas. Yeah.
Because the thing is saying like, oh, there's drugs on our street. When you're younger, you're thinking they're getting it from their friend. They're getting it from a house. It's not on the street. You guys are dumb.
Yeah.
I was just blinded. Like, no, I walked past it. Like it was nothing. And I was like, that was like an odd.
It was you were shook.
It was like a little shocking factor for me. So a lot of people find it odd, right? Because it's like you wouldn't think. I mean, my younger brother had the same kind of story where it's like oddly deep. In Orange County, there's the street called Long Beach Street, I think, and it's where you pick up prostitutes, right? Or a lot of sex workers, and a lot of people didn't know that unless you're from there.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've never seen a prostitute in my area.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are lying. And then his friend drove him like, look.
Yeah, they're right here.
They're right here.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it was like, it makes you think like, oh, I never thought I grew up in a dangerous place. And a lot of people think like that.
Orange County?
In Orange County, yeah.
Like Wood Street Girl.
Few women
Yeah.
standing there.
Yeah. Yeah. And people are like, oh no, Orange County's nice. Like you would never, that would never happen, And then you go, and if you live there, if you stay there long enough, you're like, what? It's odd.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like makes you rethink something crazy again. I still like Nicole's story better though. Nicole's my favorite story actually.
That was good.
Yeah. Anything else odd you guys ever thought about deeply?
I think I'm same with Kimberly. Like every time I saw the like happy family, like dad with 2 children or with a dog, and I would just looking at them for so long, and I would even like want to cry sometimes. But it's just a normal family. But I would like just very touching.
Yeah.
To it.
Your brain kind of is like rethinking their whole life with your life. It's
Yeah.
different. No, I like how he's like, what? You guys are
Yeah, like why is overthinking? Is that might just happen like when you're not having some good time when you are in childhood?
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
I
it
would
could be
say
that.
it's
Yeah.
Trauma.
Could be trauma. I think
Unresolved
too much awareness.
Mm-hmm.
When you're too self-aware with like everything, you naturally have like this anxiety factor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm highly observant too.
Yeah, I could just sit in a room and observe everybody, and I could tell.
Certain people are
Yeah.
yeah.
I could just tell.
I
I'm
think-
a mind reader.
What?
I'm a mind reader. But you've never thought of something so just weirdly deep?
No.
Really?
No.
You're just like, eh.
Yeah. It's like but only happens in my like, for example, like some of the relationship between me and my girl, something like that. Yeah.
Like, give us one story that was like, oh, that was odd. Give us a story.
No, I don't want to tell that.
Okay, we won't force you then. What about you guys?
For me, it's like there's one time I'm in Taiwan, and like Taiwanese usually ride a scooter, like motorcycle. Then one day, now I'm not going to talk about it. One day I just ride my scooter and just go into the shop and buy something, and there's a like the red light, and then turn to the green, and so I just go, and suddenly there's a motorcycle just suddenly changed the lane in front of me.
Whoa.
And I just bump onto it, and then I just get down and my hands, my legs bleeding, and then I just go ask that's an old lady, and I just go ask her, what the hell you're doing?
Yeah.
Why is she being a speed racer? Like this old lady trying to take you out.
And then she just take off his helmet, and I suddenly saw she's an old lady, and I just, damn, bro.
You got beat up by an old lady, kind of. Yeah.
What should I do? And she just give me like 1,000 new Taiwan dollars, like $30 something, and tell me just go hospital. And then I just take it and I just go hospital.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's not even,
And
that's not even enough.
That's not even enough.
So I
I
just-
went, what? $30.
I should call the police and
You should
get more
have called the
money.
police. That's crazy.
We're talking about the motorcycle story, the scooter. We were like in the senior of the in Taiwan University, and then when we were like riding back to our dorm, and then the floor is kind of, we have to park our scooter in the parking lot, right? So it is basically the basement, but it is a little bit slippery on the floor, and there's some water.
Oh, did you
And
guys
then-
crash?
Yeah. And then I was trying to park, so like I was trying to like move a little bit right to park the place like where is like between one, I think it's one between two scooters, and then I was trying to skip it to right, and then they're just a little bit slippery, and somehow I just like slip around, and then I was like I fall on the floor. My feet are like facing the sky, and then there was like one guy, I think like next to me, like very close, and he was like watching me, and then Robert was kind of like behind me because I read a little bit fast, and then he just came down and he's like looking at me and like laughing at me.
I just wondered that who the fuck will sit in the parking
And
lot.
just watch.
Yeah, and I mean this is kind of ridiculous because like there's another guy sitting next to me, and then he's like, okay, I'm just watching you right here. Why don't you? I was thinking like, why don't you help me? Like,
Yeah, that's an odd thing. Like that was a deep moment. You're like, dude, why didn't you just ask me? Like,
He's,
I'm
he's
okay.
acting normal, like he's acting like a chill guy.
And that's
like
what.
nothing happened.
Yeah, that's the odd. Like, damn, that's deep. Like, no one's got empathy. Like, bro, what? That's crazy. I'm so sorry that happened to you guys. Oh my
And I
god.
just ride down to the parking lot, and I just wondered, who's that sitting there? Then right to just right next
Yeah.
to the event. So,
I was like sitting on the floor, and then what's happening?
You're like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What's a tiny hill that you guys might die on that no one else agrees?
I believe there's like other things besides us.
Oh, I believe in ghosts and aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, aliens. I feel like maybe there's other humans like in other planets, in other galaxies.
I believe in
And
that.
I like
That's not
will
weird.
die on that.
Me too. I've never met
But a
anyone.
lot of people disagree though.
Really?
I'm like,
I've never actually met other people that disagree though.
people always say they need facts.
You
when I
mean
tell
something
them.
like related to ghosts?
Or like aliens, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I believe in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's too culturally the same. Every different little culture has some story
Mhm.
Yeah.
with like different cultures have the same monsters in a way, but like different names. You know what I'm saying? Like Skinwalkers is a California.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
But-
exactly. I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's no skinwalkers in
Eh.
the Chinese.
But there's some in UK.
Yeah.
There's some in the UK. There's some in other places. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you ever seen a skinwalker?
No.
No.
I do not
That'd be
miss.
so scary.
I do not miss. Okay, sure, I go ghost hunting for like fun, and I like doing that.
So found something.
Yeah, to find something. And so I have like an Instagram page and a YouTube coming out with it. I'm usually the one who doesn't really believe that like something's there. Like I'm easy to call it out, like this is just a creepy place. This is not actually scary. Right?
Do you go to like abandoned
Yeah,
hospitals?
I
Oh
go
my
to
God.
abandoned like
By yourself?
No, with my friends.
Oh, I'm like, wow, I would be scared.
So
to go by myself.
I've gone to like Hell's Gate. I've gone to Charles Manson's like body dump where he used to dump bodies. I've gone to apartments that people think that are haunted. I've gone to the haunted LA Zoo, old LA Zoo. The old LA Zoo was creepy. I only found one thing that was scary that like sound like actual animals, but it's a part 2, so that's why I was like, oh,
Would you
whatever.
guys record the video?
We do record.
So there's something like weird things happening in the video.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's some situations that has happened where it's like really odd, or like graveyards. I don't play the Ouija board though. I don't play with spirits. Like if a spirit is saying like, if there's like a no, you hear a no or something, I'm someone I'm like, all right, I gotta go
Just
home.
come back off you. Yeah.
I'm going home, and I'm okay with that. My Rita needs me back home, so I'm going back home. A lot of my other friends have played with the Ouija board, and like the curse is saying that like if there's no spirits, that something bad happens to you.
Is that something like a machine?
Yeah, it's like a game to
It's
play
like
with
a game.
spirits.
I've played it before.
But did bad luck happen
no,
to you?
I mean maybe.
Did you say goodbye to it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I did say goodbye to it though.
Yeah.
Wait, is this something like you put on the?
It's like a thing that has numbers and then
And
the
like,
eight-
yes, no, and
it's
this.
like a
So-
triangle thing.
so people-
and it moves.
So you gotta put your hand on it
Yeah.
and it will move.
So-
And try to ask the ghost some questions.
You ask it and then it moves.
Moves.
Yeah,
Oh.
to the question.
But people believe if there's no ghost that like bad luck will happen. So like with my friends who did play it, oh like they had a really bad breakup and someone stole their things, someone broke
What?
into their car. That's just the rumor, right? And then some people genuinely believe that there was ghosts, right? So it really depends. I don't play with stuff like that. But I do believe in like aliens and ghosts, because some people say that some aliens are like ghosts, right? A good like anime that's trying to connect that is Dandadan. They were saying that like the Japanese yokai and aliens are really similar. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because there's no way to explain that. So that's not a hill that I would die on. I've never met other people who'd be like, no, that's not real according to my calculations.
Yeah. That's usually who I run into. Like, I need the facts.
I don't-
And I'm like, you don't need facts. It's just like, if there's us, there's others.
Yeah,
You know?
I believe that like there's other things out there. I think it's culturally relevant to what makes a culture scared. Or the river lady, which is what's the Spanish girl? What's her name?
La Llorona.
Yeah, there's also that in Japanese culture too, where the
Oh,
lady
really?
takes them to the river
Yeah.
and she takes little kids.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but
know
in Mexican culture, she was cheated on her husband,
And then she killed her
and then
kids.
she killed her
Well,
kids,
drowned her kids,
drowned her
right?
kids, and there's the same one in Japanese culture, like I think called a river lady, stuff like that. And it's always a woman who's jealous and kills her kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Taiwan if there's other monsters that you guys know of. Boogeyman here is Kukui.
No,
Yeah, Kukui. Yeah.
no, they're no.
Any folklore about any monsters?
I don't
Urban
think
legends?
there's any monsters. There's only like some ghost, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Little red kids.
Little red kid. What's that about?
Okay, so basically there is a story, a story about the little red kid. Is like she was like dressing. She was a mystery, but like she was having the red dress on her body, and then once upon a time they there were like few of group people. They like to hike the mountain, and then they were like walking past through some path, and then there were like one guy like taking the video of them, and then he was recording, and then somehow there were just like a little red things behind them, and then no one even knows who the girl is, who the girl was, and then like after the film, like a few days or a few weeks later, all of the people just there for no reason.
You see that's pretty common though in a lot of other cultures too.
Yeah, and they also, there are some like they make this to like a movie. Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's just it comes to culture. That's why I believe in it. At least that's not a hill that we'll die on. Or well, you'll die on that hill. You know what I will die on? A small funny hill. I don't like AI, even though we used it today. I don't like it. I actually hate it. Makes me mad. I think we talked about it in this class too. It's useful if you know how to use it right and correctly. I generally still think it's lazy. It's still lazy. So, and I think it's just too vague, and yeah, that's why I don't like it. That's the hill I'll die on. And a lot of people dislike that I don't like AI. A lot of people love AI now. I don't. And I'm not, I don't know. Call me old-fashioned, I guess. What's a small hill?
No hill.
No hills?
Does that mean the things you don't like but others doesn't care?
Like something that you like or
you
love
believe in.
and you believe in, and other people are like, no. Like, people love AI. People use it all the time.
But you stand on it.
But
like,
I stand.
No matter what.
But
no
like,
one can
I'm like,
convince
no,
you.
this is lazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm thinking about something like the political things. Because many people in Taiwan will say they don't want to touch it, like it's dirty or something. But for me, I think it's related to all of us, and it's in everywhere in life. So you cannot just don't care about it. And it's also my things that I think it's important for me to have the same political thoughts with the same side with my partner, because I know like my friends or my parents told me, oh, it's okay, your partner has different thoughts in political with you or something, but for me it's important enough to something you have to be on the same side with me. Yeah, because it's like the things in political, the basic things I care about, it's the like human rights, women rights, or the small thing, how you respect people. But if you are on the side that those politicians,
Like different, yeah.
Yeah, if my partner agrees with those people that doesn't know how to respect others, I don't know how can I
Be with that person.
Yeah.
It's a good,
Like to see eye to eye.
yeah, it's a good hill to die on, because a lot of people say it's fine if they're different. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up one more question, and then we should go to our little groups. It's almost 2:30, so then we can. We can do Thursday still. You guys
We
can
could
do
do
your own
Thursday.
Thursday, and then we'll do our own Thursday.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Just so we can finish
This
off
one?
here with this class time, and then Thursday every group thinks about what time they can meet up or something.
That good with you guys? Okay, good. Because we have a good flow going.
Number 5. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you can go.
Describe a moment where the universe or a complete stranger sent you an unexpected message. I would say I get this a lot. Like if I talk to God or something and I'm telling him like, oh, like send me a sign of what I should do or if it's correct or not, I'll see like different signs that I'm asking for when I ask for it, you know? So I feel like it happens to me like not on a daily, but like whenever I need help with something, I feel like I get signs from like anything. It could be like street signs or like just in general, like, you know, on my TikTok or like stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
okay. I think I'm not someone who gets a lot of like signs, but I think one time no. There's some things that I would say kind of it has to happen like as a sign if something bad happens though for me. But I really don't get a lot of signs. So it's pretty cool that you do.
Mean, like, you keep seeing like
Messages.
seeing the same number?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or someone like a fortune, like people always get like a fortune cookie and then they're like, oh my god, this is a sign because they relate, you know what I'm saying, it relates to their day, stuff like that. Or like
someone just randomly says something and I'm like, oh,
like,
well, you know, that's a sign right there.
that's a sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like people are like, you know, if he doesn't call me in 3 days, that's a sign that I don't want to be with him, you know, stuff like that. It's funny, but it's true. People believe in these signs. What about you?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, we have that. Like, I think for me, I think the sign is everywhere in life. It's for us, it's the things that we talk about the class thing. Because every semester we have the same class or something like that, and we will keep seeing the same things in every classes. Like they're all related, or for me, I think it's the universe trying to give us some lessons, or it's just a period of time that you have to learn that certain things. So it just keep coming up. Yeah, or sometimes it's just a sign tells you what to do. Like for a certain situation, whether you like it or not.
Any signs?
I think these signs all they only comes for like someone who are really depressed.
Okay.
He's like, not to put you guys in a. He's like, all these liberal arts and psych majors. I think you guys are depressed.
I don't mean that. But I don't mean I don't get depressed, but like this, like I don't know. I get what you're saying. No, we get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's because I like how this entire time he's like, yeah, you guys are overthinking.
Yeah.
No.
You guys believe in that? Interesting.
Nah.
No, I'm just joking with you.
I like to observe every tiny things, but like I don't really
Get too deep.
get too deep. But like with the situation I only get too deep is about the girl and boys in relationship. Only something like this, and I'll get depressed. Only like this.
So you're very relationship focused then.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, but anyway, I like to observe every tiny things about people.
Yeah.
And I think the signs maybe appear in my dreams when I sleep.
Oh, I like when
that's a good
signs
one.
come in dreams.
Wait,
Yeah.
what did you say?
Like when signs come into dreams. So like when you dream about it and then something happens, like deja vu or like a weird nightmare, like something happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one. I have a crazy nightmare story. Like signs. Thank you, Vivi. You said you're amazing. So one time, so I have really bad asthma, so my lungs are really weak. And like I get sick really bad, so I can't breathe. So I have like asthma attacks, right? And so in high school, I used to sleep with like a breathing machine next to me or like my inhaler. One time I had a dream that I was drowning, like I was like in the ocean drowning, and so I couldn't breathe, and I woke up with an asthma attack, right? One, that's already scary. I already put my medicine up, right, because I couldn't breathe. And then my mom came into my room because she could hear the machine, and she was like, oh my God, I had a dream that you were drowning in my dream. And I was like, what?
That's so scary.
Poor Rita. It's so scary. It is so scary. And I think it's so interesting because it's like, my mom's like, oh my God, I had a dream that you couldn't breathe. Yeah. And I was like, girl, were you in my dream too? Like, were you there with me in the boat? Oh yeah, so like I've had like a sign there. Yeah, I believe in the dreams as signs sometimes. Like if you're, but it's also like a psychology thing too. Like if you're stressed out, you have a really bad dream. If you have anxiety, like if you have a dream that you're losing your teeth, it means you have anxiety, right? Things are too overwhelming. So the fear of new and change, right? Stuff like that. I do believe, not even like a spiritual wise, but like actually like psychology, like, oh, you're stressed out, you know? So, but I like the dreams as signs. I do take it that way too. Yeah, that was good. Anyone had dreams like that before? As a sign?
Yeah, I think dream is just the unconscious that you repress yourself, that you don't want to see your maybe dark part or your
like inner thoughts.
Yeah. So it just come. You have to like make it out, so it would be in your dream. So I think if you look deeper in your dream, if you like really deep into it, you can really find something that you're really afraid of, or that you're really in concern of. So, and my mom is also like psychology major, and she's counselor, and she studied lots of like things dreams. About dreams. So I would always talk to her about my dream, and at least we will just found out that
this leads to this, you know?
Yeah. Everything is related, and I was like, oh wow, it's really something.
What's a song / scent or random object that instantly transport you to a specific memory? I'm someone who is like that. A certain song will always make me remind me of someone else. Yeah. Anyone that I think, oh, this relates to me, but this relates to like someone else. Yeah. Certain scents make me remember home. I mean, like a bunch of things, like songs, scents. I wouldn't say random object. I do collect things. I'm a big collector. But I would think scents and songs are what remind me, or like certain foods. Yeah. So like a big one with my best friend in the entire world, she and I used to get like peach Red Bull, and we would get it before or after school, and we would share it, and then we would go to like her house or in her car, stuff like that. And so every time I would see like a peach Red Bull, even though it's not my favorite drink at all, but like every time I see it, it constantly I remember the taste. I remember who I'm hanging out with. Like certain smells smell like home. Some cigarettes remind me of my uncles or their houses, because I'd be like, oh my god, I don't smoke cigarettes at all. I have terrible lungs, obviously from my story, but some things are just comforting. A good one for like a relationship, if you want your boyfriend or girlfriend to remember you a long time, kind of like you use scents. So if you're super sweaty and they think you smell really gross, no, I'm so seriously, then your pheromones, they're not compatible. You actually like someone more if they smell kind of dirty.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a natural scent.
It's a natural
like,
scent.
Yeah, like my boyfriend, I like the way his neck smells.
Because it's
But
the
it's,
natural pheromones.
Like, people would find it gross, but I find it like, wow.
Like pretty. Or
Yeah.
if your girlfriend has a certain like shampoo and you're like, oh my god, like I love your shampoo, and another girl maybe walked past and it smells like your girlfriend's shampoo, like really strong, you would think of your girlfriend or your boyfriend, stuff like that. Certain laundry detergents.
Yeah.
That's how you get like people to remember you, scent wise or pheromones. So that's why they always tell people like in couples to work out with each other to see if they actually like their smell, if they're compatible. Yeah. It's like your pheromones come from like your neck, stuff like that. So that's why if you smell your partner's neck, you are gonna like them more.
They're like weird.
It's weird, but it's actually science. It's a
so
science
true.
thing.
Yeah.
It's more science fact.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I think you're prone. Babies are connected to mother smell. Usually babies like the way mom smells because you're blind. And then they kind of cry more when dad comes in the picture, but then they're used to like dad's smell, pheromones, right? So you're more likely to want to be with your mother because the way she smells. And it's all about how you connect. So, there's that.
I would say a song that brings me back to a specific memory is my mom. She likes this song called Big Girls Don't Cry. And she used to play it all the time. We would be in the car, and she had the flip phone, so she would be like, "Be quiet, everybody! I'm trying to record my voicemail." She would be recording. It would be playing over and over until she got it perfect. And it was like we were like so poor, but thinking about that song, it was like I was so little that I didn't even realize that we were going through all these things until I got older. I was like, oh wow, like.
That's a lot.
We were trash digging and doing all this stuff, but it was like such like when I was little, it was like, wow, like this is so amazing.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, different perspectives.
Yeah.
You're little, so you're like, dang guys, look what I got.
Yeah. So when I hear that song, it just brings back like a lot of like happy moments for me. So yeah.
Certain scents, certain songs.
Nobody else?
Songs, I think.
Or
Songs.
anything that
Anything
reminds you of stuff or.
Me, everyone thinks of Hello Kitty when they think of me.
Cute.
Yeah. I like Hello Kitty.
Oh yeah, her sister also.
So yeah, people, if you like something crazy, they'll be like, oh, they label that like you must love Hello Kitty. Let me get you more Hello Kitty.
Yeah, whenever I saw the Hello Kitty, I will take a picture and ask my sister if you want this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like there's a couple professors here that call me eyelashes because I always have big eyelashes. I'm like, okay, that's just my name now. Yeah. So stuff like that.
Should we go on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ever had a main character moment? Set the stage. What made you feel like you were in a movie? Oh, I love movie feelings.
I feel like honestly, like you're the main person, and like this is the first class I've had you in, but I feel like you're like always the main one. Like you have a very like outgoing, like I like your like whole vibe.
Thank you.
Like you're very like outspoken. Is that a word?
Yeah, outspoken is a word. I actually never felt like the main character very like at all. I think till college. I still don't think I'm a main character. I mean, I think everyone's a main character in their own life. Like, I think everyone's the main character because it's with their own set of eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, but thank you. That's a cute compliment. That's a cute compliment. Anyone can have a main character moment though in their life. I think movie scenes. You're like, oh my god, I was out of a movie. Whether it be scary, romantic, funny, like, I think it's how you perceive it. I think they're always just these highs too. Like you're just having so much adrenaline of happiness or fear. But I've never actually had like a main character like event, except certain scenes with my friends for sure.
I feel like I felt this recently when I went to China. We went to like a really local area, and they were telling us that there wasn't a lot of like tourist people going, so they don't really see like Americans or like just different people.
Oh, so you felt like the main character.
All of us in the whole group felt like wow, because they were treating us so good, and they were just being very generous and thoughtful with everything that they were doing. And I was like, wow, like I feel like we're like the main people here, yeah, like that. And they were like just so happy to see us, taking pictures of us. Like they'll come up and like say, "Oh, can you say my name?" Like stuff like that. Like it was just so cool. Like I really felt like the main girl. Like
yeah, because you went to like a really cool trip that not a lot of people can afford, do. So that's pretty sick.
Yeah, so it was really really cool. I felt like the main character like that whole week. I was like, oh yeah, I'm that girl.
I liked your little boots on Instagram too. I was like, look at Kimberly, so excited to bring out her boots. Didn't we say talking about that? Yeah.
Just like,
we were looking at your boots like, look at her with her fuzzy
and then
boots.
everyone was just looking. I was like, I literally just felt like just the main person. Like it was just so good. So yeah, that's my experience.
Yeah, I think you and Norja looked so happy in all the photos.
Yeah.
I could tell that Norja felt like the main character because she was like,
yeah.
And then she saw her TikTok too.
she posted a lot. Like, I love China.
Yeah, it was so good. So
yeah,
good.
it looks cool. You guys looked fun, like you're having fun. So yeah,
All
that's a
day,
good
every-
main
yeah.
character moment
Mhm.
for real. Anyone else felt like the main character?
I think this happens when we been to Utah last week when we during the spring break. Okay, so we were like driving like 9 to 10 hours to Utah to have some fun, and then there were like everyone in Utah they were like so kind and they were so generous. And then because like it seems like they don't really see Asian people around Utah, so we were like getting like a lot of like
attention.
A special group of people.
Yeah. No, Utah is really like that. I mean, I went many moons ago, and like we're like just brown people, and they're just watching you like. Because it's a Mormon place. It's
but it's not a racist attention, but like
but
no,
but
like,
they've never seen
very
it.
Special.
They would never. It's like if the Amish came to California, a lot of people would be
like,
staring at the Amish like this is cool.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean. No, yeah. So.
Anybody else?
Main character.
I'll say one. When I was in high school, I'm a drill team, and I'm the people who plays for the gun, like doing.
That's cool.
tricks.
Color guard. You were a color guard, basically.
Yeah, and at that time, our school's chairman is a mayor of the city, and then so we're playing for the opening ceremony of the sports day of my high school, and there's over 1,000 people looking at you at the moment, and over 10 TV channel reporting you.
Dang.
Yeah.
And at that time I was like
I'm a movie
that's
star.
my time.
That was your time. Yeah, you're like, watch me shine, guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty sick, dude. You should show everyone.
Yeah.
Just do it here. Well, on Wednesday. Tell me what the strangest compliment you've ever received and how weirdly it stuck with you. We still have time, yeah. I've had a lot of weird compliments, actually. Like, one time they were like, you have really dark eyes. They're like really like demon eyes, like black dark eyes. Yeah. And I went, thanks. But they weren't trying to be mean. They were just saying that I had really dark eyes. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
And then someone said I had a really nice like voice over the phone. They're like, wow, you have a really nice voice. Sorry to sound weird and creepy. Have a good day. And this was at work, the enrollment. I used to work there. And so, like, you would answer phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, hi. Right? And they're like, no, sorry, not to sound weird, but, like, this is pretty good. Like, you have a nice voice. And I was like, thanks. I've had some weird compliments in my life. Yeah. That's it. That's really it. I think too. That comes to mind.
I don't know if this is like a weird compliment. People always tell me like I'm really tall to be a girl. Like that's cute, but then they'll be like, oh, but I wouldn't want to be like that tall though.
That's
no,
that's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, like that.
I've gotten those.
I'm like,
too.
okay, so is it cute or not cute? Like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's good to be tall as a girl.
Period.
Have you ever had weird compliments, Rita?
I cannot think of one, but if there is, it must be from you. But I cannot think of one right now.
Okay, guys, hear me out before we look at me.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
I'm like, what?
She's like, Kimberly's like, I actually want to know what she's saying.
Yeah.
I'm very observant, and I think sometimes how I phrase it sounds very creepy. So, like, I think one time, the story is, I was hanging out with Julia, Rita, Stella, and Walter at the dorms. You know, we're having a good time, we're having fun. And then I was telling them, like, everything I knew about them. In, like, a really strange way. They were like, that's kind of creepy. But it was loving. It was out of love. It was out of love, okay? So, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I say things that are so random. You know, I told my boyfriend, I was like, I like you. You're really nerdy. Like,
Yeah.
You're really nerdy?
yeah.
What's
I
that?
was like, you're great.
Yeah.
Well, because I think I don't date nerdy people who like the same things I like. And so he likes to do his own thing and be an individual, and we like the same shows, so we'll watch it. And I was like, this is great.
Okay, I like you, but you're nerdy.
No, but I like it because it's like, he's like, you just made fun of me for being a nerd, or you like it? I'm like, no, I like it. I'm not making fun of it. So Rita's not wrong. I be saying some weird things. I just say it. There's no filter. It'll just come out like, rah. So, yeah. Anyone else got a weird compliment before?
Recently, someone complimented me about, like, they said I'm good at gaslighting.
What?
The what?
Yeah.
You're good at gaslighting.
Yeah.
The what?
Gaslighting is a manipulation technique where it says that you make someone else believe what you believe. So, like, if you said this water bottle was blue, and I was like, no, it's purple, you're crazy. And you're like, no, but it's blue. No, it's purple, you're actually crazy. And then you think, like,
Damn,
okay,
is it really?
is it really blue? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, you question...
A brainwash.
Yeah.
You're brainwashed.
brainwashed.
Yeah, that's what it means. It makes you feel crazy. So actually, gaslighting is for dating too, or friendships. That makes you feel like you're crazy, like you're wrong and they're right. That's not a bad way to become. I'm trying to make it positive. That's great, Julia.
No, we're just like we're imagine some situation. So I'm not really like using that in the real life. I'm just like making fun of their situation.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, you really know how to gaslight people."
It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. Anyone else got a weird compliment?
I think girls always get some weird compliment, no?
I think it's pretty common for women to get. I wouldn't say weird, but creepy compliments. Yeah. Yeah, women get really compliments. I think I'll tell you a really embarrassing story in my own personal life. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm opening up my soul to you guys.
Well, okay.
high school, I got my first little boyfriend, first kiss happened. And I had a Carmex chapstick. And it was just regular Carmex, no, the not flavor. And then I would sometimes, like, switch with, like, cherry chapstick, too, okay? So I double layer sometimes. And then I kissed the boy. He was like, oh, my God, every time I kiss you, it tastes really like your really nice chapstick. And he said it in front of the whole classroom. He's like, really loud. Like,
Yeah.
I'm loud, but, like, imagine someone 10 times louder than me.
Damn.
And it was like, I was like,
Really, dude?
like you just told everyone my chapstick tastes like this.
Yeah.
So I have gotten those weird compliments of like, oh, thanks, buddy. Sweet. We never dated after that. After that, we weren't that close.
Oh my god.
It was pretty funny. I think older women get weird compliments
Yeah.
too. Like, someone's always been like, wow, to my mom, you look so young, you're so beautiful. And I'm like looking at this man like, please stay away from my mother.
Yeah.
The compliments, you guys are just like sisters. No,
Oh, I know.
you can tell
I get
this is
that
my
so
mom.
much too.
I was like, this is my mom.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
We're in the grocery store. We're buying cereal for her family. Leave me alone. That's what I think. No one else? Weird compliments? Yeah, I think we're
We
good.
answered a good amount of questions.
Good amount, yeah.
That was good.
All right, guys. We did 1 hour.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. The class